Hey everybody, it's David and I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a continuation of my Journey Through My CD Collection series. Today we're still on the M's. This is episode number 5 in that for the M's. So let's get started. First up is Dawn Michelle. If you don't know who she is the lead singer of the Christian rock group Fireflight. This is her debut from 2019, I think. 2019 on what is it? Burtonwood Records, which is owned by the lead singer of Seventh Day Slumber. And so, this is more of a worship album. It's okay. It's not as good as the Fireflight stuff, but it's still pretty good. Let's see. I Surrender All. How Great Thou Art. Let's see. Great I Am. All good songs. That's Dawn Michelle with Surrender. I had this one on cassette growing up, and I just wore this thing out. Actually saw this guy when I first saw DC Talk. It was a Michael W. Smith DC Talk tour up in Dayton, Ohio. And this guy was actually part of Michael's band. And he wanted to do some solo stuff, so Michael even let him come out and do a couple songs. When we saw them in concert. And that is Mike E. And this is Mike E. and the G-Rap Crew. This is from 1991. It's that 90s rap. It's awesome, man. My favorite songs on here are I Rap for the Man, LOVE, Housin', I Got Straight, Kick the Message, Power, G-Rap. Oh man, this thing is awesome. Wore this thing out. So, and if you've seen the video for DC Talk's song Walls, and you know that there's like a cool guitar solo in it, and the guy that's in the video playing it, that's Mike E. He's an awesome guitar player. That's Mike E. and the G-Rap Crew. Okay, next up is Mike's Chair. This is a contemporary Christian rock pop band. This is their debut from 2009 on Curb Records. The lead singer on here is Mike Grayson, and the guys just, I guess when they were in college, they formed the band, and there wasn't and then somehow they had to bring in Mike a chair because I guess there wasn't enough seats So they just put Mike's name on it. And that's how they became Mike's Chair. Well, anyway, the lead singer, Mike Grayson, is also married to, I think her name's Molly Reed. And they are now, this band's no longer around, but a few years ago they released a Grayson Reed EP, so he's now singing, so they're now singing together. Anyway, that's not what this CD's about, but anyway. This one's got, Let the Waters Rise. That was a big song that was on the radio. Plus, Straight to Your Heart. Let's see. Keep Changing the World. And Here With Me. This is their self-titled album. Mike's Chair. Next up is A Beautiful Life from Mike's Chair. A Beautiful Life. Someone Worth Dying For. That was another one that was all over the radio. You Loved Me First was another one. Yeah, just the same style that was their first album. But you can see that's all weird. They got the right now. Anyway, that was from 2011. And that was A Beautiful Life. And this is their final album from 2014. Also on Curb, just like the other two were. This one's called All or Nothing. Let's see. All I Can Do, Thank You, is a song that was all over the radio. Then there was All to Jesus. Over and Over, How Many Times, All or Nothing. Yep, just a good album. They got better with this album compared to the other two. I just wish that they would have kept going, but it just wasn't meant to be. That's Mike's Chair with All or Nothing. Oh, and there's also a song on here called People Like Me, featuring Matthew West. Next up is Bart Millard. He is the lead singer from Mercy Me. And this is his kind of a solo album. But I don't know if he is going to do any more solo albums or not. But he did 2 of these. And this is called Hymned Volume 1. This came out in 2005. Yeah, what it was, it's just, he just redid a lot of hymns. So he did Just a Closer Walk with Thee. There was one on here called Mammal Song, but it was off the Sweet By and By song. He said his Mammal used to love to sing that song. Then there's Have a Little Talk with Jesus. Softly and Tenderly. Sweetest Name I Know. Power in the Blood. The Old Rugged Cross. Plus there's a couple other ones on there. So this is a good album. I like it. It's got a little country to it, you know. It's just really good. That's Bart Millard's Hymn to Volume 1. Then here is Bart Millard's Hymned Again. This one came out in 2008. Not as good as the first one. But he still did some good stuff on here. Stand Up for Jesus. I Saw the Light. What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Victory in Jesus. Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. Down at the Cross and Grace That Is Greater. Plus a few other ones. That's Bart Millard's Hymned Again from 2008. Next up from 2013, Christian rapper Andy Mineo. This is his album Heroes. He is on the Reach Records label with Lecrae and Trip Lee and Tedeschi, I think. Yeah. This is a good one, you know, I mean, it's okay. Let's see, what was the one? Ayo. There's a video for that going around all over the place when this first came out. It's kind of cool. It was like it was either him or a bunch of other guys just skateboarding around and him rapping on stage and stuff. I honestly, excuse me, I can't remember any other songs on here. Oh wait, no, Bitter. I remember hearing that song going around too. Yeah. Here's his 2015, 2014 release, Neverland. It's a little EP. Yeah, not too many songs on it. You Can't Stop Me. All We Got. Those are really the only songs I remember. It's okay. I think when it came out, I was kind of getting over the whole Christian rap thing there for a little bit. But then I got back into it. Never really revisited these albums, so I think maybe I should. But there you go. Hold on, excuse me. Next up is his 2016 release, Uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot better than the first two. I remember that. Especially his song "Make Me a Believer," which had Mac Pell on it from Third Day. That was a good song. Uncomfortable was good. Let's see. Hear My Heart was a good one. Yep. That's Andy Mineo's Uncomfortable. And finally, these last three are reissues from 2021 of classic Christian rock albums. before this guy formed his band, he was a solo artist, and then his band went on to be really big. And I'll cover them in the next video. So that band I'm talking about is Jeff Moore. This is his album, Where Are the Other Nine? Originally, it came out in 1984, but this is a 2021 reissue on Girder Music. Awesome. Girder Records does an awesome job with reissuing all these Christian rock albums from the 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome looking, and it sounds awesome. The biggest hit off this album was Where Are the Other Nine? And then you've got When You Get There, One Heart, Open Your Eyes, Bread of Life, He Shall Be Praised, Lonely Hearts Need Love, and the Fight Song, and Build the House, and Royal Priesthood. And he also has a bonus track on here called UFO, which is a cover of Larry Norman's song UFO. And then yeah, and he went on even when he was in his other band, Jeff Moore and the Distance. They covered a few Larry Norman songs. So, but that's Jeff Moore with Where Are the Other Nine? Here's Jeff Moore with Over the Edge. This one came out in 1986. Again, another reissue from Girder Records from last year. Good album. Tear Down the Walls. Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music, which he also covered again when he was in Jeff Moore and the Distance. Lost or Found, Over the Edge, Make Up Your Mind, Rock Steady Believers, Tough Love, and Nothing But Holy. And he also has a bonus track on here, Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music Live. So that's Jeff Moore with Over the Edge, a reissue last year, but the original album came out in 1986. And finally, the last album, excuse me, is called The Distance by Jeff Moore. See, and that's how I guess that's how he came up with Jeff Moore and The Distance. I guess because right after this, I think, is when they formed. This came out in 1987. Yeah, I think so, because I think the first Jeff Moore and the Distance album was probably 88, 89. So, yeah, so this is Jeff Moore in the album The Distance. I think on this one he also even had a band named The Distance with him. And I think it had some of the guys that were actually in the band when they became Jeff Moore and The Distance. So, it's kind of cool. But, see, this has got Winning Back the Rock, Never Want to Go Back, Familiar Stranger, Tomorrow, Didn't He, Face the Music, Trouble Tonight, Sooner or Later, Obey, Inside Out. Excuse me. And then he's got another bonus track on here. Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music? But this time, it's a duet with Larry Norman, who originally wrote the song. So, I like the album. It's good. He keeps getting better and better. But, yeah. And this one originally came out, like I said, in '87. But this is a reissue from last year from Girder Records. That's Jeff Moore with The Distance. Alright, that's going to wrap up this video. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Because I got a long way to go in my journey through my CD collection. So, and I got plenty of other videos that I'm going to do too. So, until then, see you later.